To the republic for which it stands,
God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. We are being broadcast live over at NPR TV channel 12, and we're also on YouTube and a couple other things. Speaking with roll call, Clerk Wright, would you please call the roll?
Yes. Trustee Kelly?
Here.
Trustee Gordon?
Here.
Trustee Martin? Here. Trustee Frazier?
I did not get a call.
Trustee Wright?
Here.
Trustee Wright, Supervisor?
Here.
We have one.
So I'll go through a short executive summary of what we're going to be doing today. We actually, the consent agenda consists of our board meeting minutes, our prepaid list, and our voucher list, basically paying our day-to-day bills. Our new business, we have it's kind of anticlimactic, but over the last 3 months, we've been working on our general fund budget. Today, we'll be approving our amended 2024 budget, our salary schedule, our amended special revenue budgets, our proposed special revenue budgets, our water and sewer fee schedule, which is kind of exciting. I think we're at 0% increase, and amended water and sewer budget also for next year. We also have a presentation today with our state rep Miller has brought in our commissioner, Wayne County Commissioner Al Heides. And we brought in quite a few of his friends, we've got some of his family here. We just wanted to say thank you during the presentation time because he's been a pretty good ag fan here in township. We really appreciate him, so we wanted to make sure that we do that. Moving on, then we're in adoption of the agenda. Can I get a motion? Get a motion by Clerk Wright, second. That's support by Trustee Boynton. Hearing no discussion, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? This motion passes. Next item is the consent agenda. Can I get a motion and somebody read it?
Mr. Chair,
Trustee Boynton.
I move that we approve the consent agenda, which consists of board meeting minutes of October 1st, prepaid list of October 3rd, October 10th, and a voucher list of October 15th, all of 2024.
Got support by Treasurer Bud. I've got a motion by Trustee Boynton, support by Treasurer Bud. Hearing no further discussion. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Today we have no public hearing, so we're going right into commencements, announcements, and presentations. And I'll begin by stating that on Saturday we have our candy loop, where 2,000 Van Buren's children will walk around and get piles of candy from 4 to 6. Come on out, bring your kids. It goes pretty fast to the line. They have a great time. Everybody, a lot of people are dressed up. Most of the board will be there with candy, and there'll be, 40 or 50 other businesses that bring candy. So come on out. I do want to make mention that I stopped by the bridge today, and that's, thank you, Commissioner Hess, just represented North. Proud to announce that DTE has bored the hole underneath the lake. That the clay is one of the toughest clays they've seen, but it made a great hole. They're going to ream it out, they said, so it's a little bit larger, and hopefully Thursday they'll begin and Friday end putting the pipe through. They've got another couple of weeks to go, putting valves and things like that in. But that was the big part that we needed to have done. So that's done. And the last thing is, I do have to mention that we do have a court case going on with Wayne County, Romulus, City of Belleville, and Canton. And it was scheduled for tomorrow. It has been delayed. It has been moved to federal court at the request of Wayne disposed. I assume they're going to go for the same thing at the federal court and go to try and get rid of our TRO, whether or not that happens. Right? I have nothing else. I want to ask if there's anything else, Jeff.
Oh, quick note.
Yes, please.
With today being the last meeting we have prior to the November 5th elections, I just want to make notice that 21 days left before the election. There's no time better than now to make your plan of how you're gonna vote. If you wait until the last minute, the day before, or the day off, you might find yourself stuck in long lines at the clerk office. So, we have three options. Those options are early voting, which is gonna start October 26th, run until November 3rd, from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. here in the Township Hall. You have two precincts where you can come in and vote the same as you would on election day. Absentee voting was started roughly 45 days prior to the election day, going on right now. You have that option to vote as well. Right now, we have about 7,800, matter of fact, 7,835 absentee ballots out, with only 2,851 back, unfortunately. We're running a little behind, so I'm asking for the procrastinators not to procrastinate, get the ballots in so we can make sure they count. And then you have, last but not least, election day voting, which you can vote on election day. But with all the options we have, I'm asking people not to wait until the day of, because you don't want to get stuck in long lines. So you don't have to blame anyone for standing in line for a long period of time. You have all these options available now, so vote early, vote absentee, but most important, make sure that you make a plan to vote. Thank you. Thank you.
Does anybody else wish to make a comment? No? Okay, so I'm gonna call up Representative Miller. And so she's going to begin a presentation to our Wayne County Commissioner.
Sure. Good evening, everyone. I'm State Representative Reggie Miller, and it is my absolute privilege to be here this evening with you to honor the most dedicated, devoted public service on his retirement at the end of this year. My friend and Wayne County's 11th District Commissioner, Mr. Al Hayes. Let's give him a round of applause. The audience is packed tonight to honor you. And I want to talk about a little bit about Al's career, and I've condensed it down to the Reader's Digest version of 4 pages, but could not possibly put it on for you, nor can I fit it all in tonight's presentation. I would take up the entire board's time. Al's career in public service extends back decades. Prior to his incredible career of serving the people of Wayne County, Al and his wife Mary owned and operated Al's Friendly Market for 35 years in the city of Wayne. He was a member of the city of Wayne's Board of Zoning Appeals from 1990 to 1993 and served on the city of Wayne's City Council from 1993 to 2001. During his time on city council, he was also a member of the Wayne Charter Advisory Committee in 1992 and the Commercial Revitalization Initiative Downtown Wayne Steering Committee from 1991 to 1992. He served as mayor of Wayne from 2001 until 2014, and during his time as mayor, he chaired the city's retirement board, the risk management committee, the real estate committee, and the downtown development authority. And he was a member of the Cable Communications Regulatory Commission, and he makes me tired just reading all this. It's amazing accomplishments. In 2014, the people elected Al as Wayne County Commissioner for Wayne County's 11th District. As Wayne County Commissioner, he served and chaired the Wayne County Commission Economic Development Committee. He served the Public Service Committee and the Building Consolidation and Document Storage Committee. Since 2007, Al has served as a board member for the Suburban Mobility Authority for Regional Transportation, better known as SMART, and was vice chair from 2013 to 14, and then he was the chair from 2014 to present. He also chaired the Southeast Michigan Community Alliance, the Wayne County Community Block Development Grant Advisory Council, the Conference of Western Wayne, Central Wayne County Sanitation Authority, the Wayne County Airport Authority. He's been recognized throughout his career for his service at the local, county, and national levels. He earned the Wayne Chamber of Commerce Person of the Year in 1991, the Excellence Award in 2000 from Wayne County Executive Edward McNamara for his service to the Community Development Block Grant Advisory Council. the Legislative Award for the Senior Alliance in 2014, and the Michigan Works Association Volunteer of the Year Award in 2023. And he was named to the Governor's Talent Investment Board in 2015. He was inducted into the International Institute Foundation Hall of Fame in 2012, a foundation dedicated to ensuring that every person, regardless of origin, is given the tools and support necessary to achieve the American dream. He has been a Paul Harris Fellow with the Rotary Club of Wayne, an international ambassador for the Shriners Hospital for Children, Muslim Temple Hospital Fund Drive, a member of the Salvation Army Middle Belt Center Advisory Board, and Vice President of the Chair of the Wayne Chamber of Commerce. Those that have worked with the Commissioner have described him as conscientious, passionate, and dedicated to public service, with an unwavering work ethic and great listening skills. And I can attest to that. And I've tested his patience. I worked with him through the years on the Lower Huron Bridge, and Al took all my calls, even when I wasn't very nice, because we wanted that work done. And I thank you for that, but you stuck by me. He takes time out of his day to go into the community and find out directly from residents of what their needs are. He is prolific in so many areas, speaks several languages, has traveled to several countries, learned about culture, standards, and engagement in the respective communities. Our Commissioner exemplifies thoughtfulness, honesty, and fairness. He has gained respect from the public, his staff, government officials, and administration across the board. So tonight, it is my sincere privilege to present the Commissioner a legislative tribute for all his years of service. And we sincerely wish you the best in retirement. And we have been honored to have you serve us for decades. Look around, all these people are for you. They've come to see you and honor you. And if you come up here, I'd like to give you this tribute that was signed by not only myself, Senator Camilleri, also the Lieutenant Governor and the Governor. Thank you.
Yeah, we'd love if you had to speak a few words. We gave him a proclamation a few months ago, so we just wanted to make sure you understand, well, we're not doing it again, but I mean, but it's amazing, I mean, he impacted so many of our parks. Our French Landing Park was just a lot of your money and input of our Riggs Park, our Van Buren Park, half the pavilions probably were because of you. The saddle for $500,000 had your stamp all over it. It would go on and on the Haggerty Road we worked with the executive's office, but they worked with you and the executive's office. We have Deputy County Executive Assad Turkey, which I've got to mention because it's just not very often we get a guy with that in here. So thank you for coming out, and Mayor Ken White. And to have him as our go-between, and they loved him. It was amazing how many things that we've gotten, and even I've talked to Rosemary. Rosemary's even mentioned, boy, you guys really do good with Wayne County, and we did. And you're the reason why. I just wanted to make sure we knew that. Thank you. But please say a few words.
Well, I don't know where to start, but it was a great honor and a privilege to serve such a great township in the great district, District 11. In my opinion, it's one of the greatest districts in the state of Michigan. Because too many good reasons, economic growth, the mobility, the two airports, in District 11, move more than 35 million passengers a year. The infrastructure of District 11 that's set for growth, especially in Van Buren. And Wayne County been paying attention to that with the great leadership of Warren Evans and Asad Turfi. And I appreciate all what they did for District 11. Working with the administration, it's a key to the success and be able to connect the community with the administration and discuss the important issue in the project that might bring growth and economic development to the region. And I see many success stories in my 10 years in the district. And that due to the working together. The township, the cities, and the county administration and the commission. I consider myself lucky to have this kind of environment to be able to accomplish some of the things on the table for the district. It's not easy decision for me to step out of the arena. But as you all know, you like to leave when the people still want you instead of they want to push you out. So in the beginning of my political career, it was a great honor to work with such a great team in the city of Wayne and John Zek, the city
You
manager.
should announce them because they're all here.
Yeah, he and the chief Messiah and Jason Wright is the chief in Van Buren. We export too many leaders to other communities from the city of Wayne.
Yeah, we got that one.
I'm very proud of that. Very excellent people who really was educated and energized to do their job with respect to the people who they serve. So I'm not going to take too much of your time, but I wish I have more word than thank you. I can't thank you enough for your support and your endorsement for me all those years. I appreciate that and I treasure that. And I hope I served you well. I wish if I done more, but you know how the economy and the environment sometimes it limits what we do. But I think the township moving forward on the right track with good leadership, and I wish you well. And again, I thank you from the bottom of my heart on behalf of my family. I have with me here my wife. I always call her the boss. And my daughter Rhonda, I think most of you know her, she worked for the county. And my daughter Lena, she's always tried to win cases against me. She's an attorney by trade. And my son-in-law Rudy, he depend on his feelings. Sometimes he team up with my wife against me, sometimes with me against her. So but we are normal family, and I have my daughter, the Sarah, the oldest daughter. She's the first light in my home, and the most important one here from my family, it's my grandson, Alec. Alec, stand up.
Mayor's though.
And God bless me with the 12 grandkids, and I hope I have a time with them. And my favorite granddaughter, I call her the little Nina. Nina, stand up.
Hey, you need that about.
Well, none of them listen when I. You know, That's telling you how much my family bosses me around. Love them dearly. I have too many friends here from the city of Wayne and where I practiced my first political endeavor. Ramsey Al-Gadir, the city engineer, who really, I put up with him and his wife put up with him. Because he never feels he's wrong. And you, all of you, I consider you friends. So I serve you or I work with you. I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. But it's not goodbye today. It's I'll see you later. We keep in touch. I hope so. It's at least it's where my heart is. To see more of you, see more of my friends and my family. And I always be there. If I could be any help, don't hesitate to call on me. Thank you. God bless you and God bless the United States of America where story like mine exists. Moved to Wayne, my wife and I, with nothing but hope and dream to raise a family and have a decent living. And through the support and the love of the community, I'm stand up here before you. Thanks to the city of Wayne, to the people in the city of Wayne, and to the District 11. Again, thank you to all of you.
So you asked me to say a few words to say for you. So I'll tell you this about Commissioner Haddis. I've known Commissioner Haddis for quite some time, you know, his son-in-law is my first cousin. I've known him for a while, and the one thing that I've always admired about Al, Commissioner Al, Mayor Al, all the titles that we heard, is that he's always served the people. He's always worked for the people. And as someone, as a Arab American, the first time Al was elected to mayor was just a few months after 9/11 in 2001, where it wasn't necessarily popular to be Arab American in this country. And for many Arab Americans, we remember what that felt. Al was elected mayor in a predominantly white community where he was the only Arab family in it. And that really sent a strong message about the hope and the American dream. And Al's living that dream and provides a pathway for the future generations to know that they can make it here. And it's been an honor the last 10 years to work with Commissioner Haddis. We have a great relationship, and all the things that Representative Miller mentioned on his biography and all the things that he's done. It's amazing because every time you see Al, it felt like, yeah, the whole entire day to talk to you. But clearly he's got all those things going on, and he always made you feel special. He always gave you every single second of his time. So on behalf of County Executive Warren Evans, we're gonna miss him at Wayne County, but he's been replaced with another Al. Over here, so we support Al's at Wayne County. Well, thank you, Supervisor McNamara, to the rest of the board. Really, I appreciate this, and thank you for Trustee Miller, and I'm pretty sure at Wayne County at the last commission meeting at the year, you're all gonna be invited, so because we're gonna do something special for Commissioner Haddis. Thank you.
My board wants to say some things, but I didn't know if anybody else wanted to say anything. Did anybody else plan on saying? Okay, come on up, please, Jason Wright. I'll keep it short.
It's very nice for me to be here tonight. Al, I called him the mayor. I still called him the mayor while he was commissioner. Because he was my mayor when I was the chief of police in Wayne. And Al has known me since I came to the city of Wayne in 1993. I was a young patrol officer, was 23 years old. And so he's known me my entire career in every position I ever had. And I had a lot of good times working with him in all the different capacities I had when I was the chief of police. What I got to take as a learning experience from Al was that we would sit down and we really resolved a lot of problems that were going on at the time economically in the city of Wayne. And we would sit down in the evening after our long work days and we would have to solve all these major problems that affected us. And what I learned, and I always tell people this, he taught me the art of compromise. When you're trying to negotiate and you're trying to get somewhere, you cannot get anywhere if you just dig your feet in the sand. And you continue down the path of get your way to the highway. So one of the greatest things he ever taught me was that you got to find some middle road or you're not going to get anywhere. And I wanted to be able to say that because that's not something that's one of the things that was brought up in all these boards and governments and committees that he's been on. But I think everybody that has worked in those committees with him in these boards and all these positions will understand exactly what I'm saying. You definitely have the art of compromise. And I wanted to thank you for all the years of time that I got to spend with you. And I reached out to as many Wayne people as I could. A lot of them are working and on different, have different commitments tonight. There were others that wanted to be here, but I definitely wanted our team, you know, Al Masig from Northville City Police Department. He was my deputy chief. He preceded me as chief in Wayne. And then Ramsey Elgarib, he was one of my city managers. John Zeck was one of my city managers. And this was our team where we did everything together and solved problems. So I congratulate you today. And it was very good to be here with you and your family.
Martin with Christina Tyler.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. I won't be before you long, because I'm here from you, aside, you really encompass everything I would want to say about this guy. You make everybody feel special. It's just been a pleasure knowing you, especially when I was new to the city council 8 years ago now. You always embraced me and I just so appreciated that. So especially being new to politics and the whole game. I'm sorry, did I say game? But anyway, thank you for your support, continue your encouragement. Every time I see you somewhere, it was just always a brightness. And I can't say that about a lot of places I go in this political field, but you are a bright spot. So I just want to thank you for your service. And I do want to read this from our mayor. He couldn't be here tonight. He had a personal matter, but he wanted me to make sure I read this for you, a proclamation in recognition of Al Davis. I, Robert A. McCray, Mayor in and for the city of Romulus, wish to express my gratitude for your years of dedication and partnership with the city of Romulus. Mayor Robert A. McCray. Thank you.
Next, we have Mayor Valdo, Ken White.
So I've been involved in the city of Belleville for about 46 years, but after hearing this man's resume, I feel like a piker. And there's a lot of people that are very down on politicians. They're very cynical whenever you mention that you're a politician. But here's an example of a man who is the quintessential leader, the quintessential politician, and it's been an honor and a privilege. I've only been on council for about 5 years, but it's been an honor and a privilege to serve with him. He's always been there for us as well in the city of Belleville, and I congratulate you on your retirement, and the city of Belleville loves you.
My board always gets last say, clerk, right?
Well, I'll be remiss if I didn't say anything too much fast. I think I met you, I was the first elected clerk in November 2008. Shortly after, I think I would have met you on the campaign trail. he was, him and his, Jordan was walking by my house and we met, we stood in the yard and we talked for a few minutes. And that became, what is now what, 16, 18 years of, friendship. I mean, everybody, what everyone said is spot on and more. I mean, when you think of a politician, we are a politician. If you put your name on a piece of paper to be voted upon, you're a politician. But you can be a mediocre politician, a good politician, or an exemplary politician. And this man is what you call exemplary. He's the real deal. Yeah. Not only did he give me a lot of advice, respect, honesty. Whenever I call, he would tell me, I mean, I can do it now, but I'll give you a call back. And if he tell you he's gonna give you a call back, you're gonna get a call back. So I just want to thank you for your friendship, most of all, because I consider your friend. And the things that you instilled in me, the years of being sitting on this bench, I appreciate you. I appreciate you and your family. And I wish you all well in your retirement.
I met Al about 1998 when we served on the community Black Rat program together, and I think he shared it right around forever and ever. And so I worked with him on that, and I got to meet his lovely daughter when she was involved. And just a great family, just a great man. It was always my pleasure. He always was so. But I think the best story he ever told was how he ended up in Wayne because of a flat tire. Now, if you could come a little further, he said it had been there. He got a flat tire in Wayne, and the people there came and helped him, and him and his wife decided that's where they were gonna live and raise their family. We're thankful for you. We wish you the very best. Enjoy your children and bless them grandchildren.
I do have to add that, oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Good evening, Commissioner Aegis. I just want to say that I think I've known you for about 10 years, and I appreciate all the support that you have given me and my family over the years. It was an absolute pleasure to meet your family on the campaign trail. You have been an exemplary commissioner for this District 11, and we thank you for everything that you have done for us, and hopefully we can probably call on you later for something else. Thank you.
Well, I already mentioned that we have this round here from Congressman Dingell's office, and we also have our new commissioner-elect, probably, is Susan Allen Wilson. So, you know, I was told to go see you one time by my dad, and I had a problem, and he told me to go there, he said, he's gonna make you sit on a stool in his party store. Every known stool, and I would have okay. So I went, I didn't go there. And so I was happy, I want to talk to Mike Dutton, and Mike Dutton said, have you sat on the side of the stool? No, I haven't on the side of the stool. I can't remember, it was Mayor West that told me, you gotta go sit on the stool. And so, how many people have sat in that stool that was in this party store? I mean, I think everybody back there has. He used to have a stool right by the cash register. And you would sit there for hours to talk politics and wait with Elias, and I did, and it fixed my problem. Thank you. We're all done. Thank you so much.
My wife, my family, I thank you all again.
Thank you. You guys filter out so that you guys can get out with your day. We've got budget work to do. All right. Next thing is public comment for anything that's on the board agenda today. Public comment for anything that's on the board agenda for today. Hearing none, we're gonna move on to unfinished business. We have none. New business. First item is to discuss the 24 amendment general fund budget, the 25 proposed general fund budget. And salary schedule, can I get a motion? No question, yes, trustee Boyce.
Is it possible to, since these are all budget items, can we put down one motion? No, the whole thing, or you have to do one is this way.
No, we have to do one, two, three,
In that case, I move to approve resolution 2024-17, the 2014 amended general fund budget, and 2025 proposed general fund budget, and resolution 2024-16, the 2025 salary schedule.
Okay, I got a motion, that's summer. Okay,
There's the ones in the- on the page 32, it'll be actually, it'll have that it'll be ready. It'll be ready. This is the one, is this one?
I'll read it in, and then I'll ask you to amend your resolution.
Tell me what it is, and I'll say it. As it is.
Street piece.
Oh,
It's self-explanatory when you hear it,
read each one individually.
exactly the way it is.
So,
Can't hear. The door can't be closed.
Well, tell them to be quiet then.
Okay. Let me do that, we can't go, no.
Oh, you're good.
Go ahead, trustee Warrington.
okay. With the included on the resolution 2024-16, 2025 salary schedule. A through F. Means A, revenue in excess of those noted shall be dedicated to fund balance. B, fiscal year line items which are not expense shall revert to net income. C, approval of appendices noted above as part of the general fund budget. D, revenue as tax administration fee is to continue as in past practice. The allocated millage for township operations 7.2866 represents .8935 for township operations and 6.3931 for public safety. E, adoption by department total. And F, approval of resolution 2024-17, general fund 2024 amended budget supersedes any prior resolution.
Trustee Martin, do you approve of that amendment? Thank you. Okay, so, for people that are watching, we've been working on this budget since April. The budget is complete, it's about $24 million. It's a balanced budget, which is what it's required to be. Since we've been doing it every month for the last 4 or 5 months, does anybody still have any questions? I didn't think so. Okay, so, I guess then I'm looking for a vote. All in favor of the amended general fund budget, the proposed general fund budget, and salary schedule? Say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. The next item is the amended special revenue funds budget and 2025 proposed special revenue fund budget. Can I get a motion?
You want a motion to consider approving resolution 2024 amendment special revenue fund budget 2025 proposed special revenue fund budget.
So, again, started in April, been working on it month to month. Had a couple of all-day meetings, with all the board. This is the DDA, the LDFA. I need to read that into you too. So, this is the Belleville Area Museum Fund, the LDFA Fund, the DDA Fund, the State Forfeiture Fund, the Federal Forfeiture Fund, the E911 Service Fund, the Landfill Fund, the Long-Term Debt Fund, and the Capital Improvement. Does anybody have any questions on any of those funds? Actually, no one knows. That you can actually ask. No. Okay, all right, so there's no questions, I have a motion by Clerk Wright, supported by Trustee Frazier. Hearing no further discussion, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Next item is discussion of the water fee schedule, 2024 amended water and sewer fund budget, and the 25 proposed water and sewer fund budget. Can I get a motion? For the chair? Yes.
Will be consider approval of resolution 2024-15, 2025 water sewer fee schedule, 2024-20, 2024 amended water sewer fund budget, and the 2025 proposed water sewer fund budget.
Can I call up the director for this one? This is again, when we started in April, we hired a $36,000 smartest budget person in the whole world. Of the UP to come help us do this every year to make sure we get our water right. We have the second lowest water rates in the region and, one of the best systems, so we don't want to mess it up. Can you give us the highlights of this? Mostly I want to know what the rate of increase next year is going to be.
Rate increase for 2025 for water would be 0, and for sewer will be 0.
That's running a good system. There was increases by the Detroit Water and Sewer, DLWA, and the other ones, but we've got a little bit of service. So. All right. Does anybody else have any other questions? Okay, I've got a motion by Trustee Kelly, supported by Trustee Frazier. Hearing no further discussion, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Next item is reports. We have reports in the documents, financial report, 24, July 24 financial report, the August 24 financial report. We're now in the public comment for anything that anybody wants to discuss. Come on forward. You do not have to give your name, but please let.
Good evening, my name is Jenny Rippey, I'm a resident in Van Buren. I just wanted to speak on behalf of over 750 residents in a group that we have regarding the radioactive waste coming to the landfill. It's 2.4 miles from my home. So I want to make sure that everyone in the room is aware. This landfill does discharge to Cork Drain, which ultimately leads to Belleville Lake, where I have my home. There's no radiological testing currently. That's an exhibit 4 in the lawsuit. I'm very concerned about my family's safety, the safety of our community. As I've done research, one of the key things that's very important in the selection of a site for a radiological landfill is the amount of annual rainfall. Does anyone in here know what the average annual rainfall is in Van Buren? 34 inches. Do you know what the annual average rainfall is in the other 4 sites selected to take this type of waste? Okay, well, let's go through it. We've got Clive, Utah. They receive 8 inches annually of rain. They're also not located on the Huron Valley watershed, which supplies 20% of the Earth's fresh water. So we're not only impacting our community, the safety of our children, our families, our home values, we're impacting the entire Earth's fresh water. We're not doing our due diligence. We're not giving the testing, the environmental monitoring testing that we are entitled to see. We are not, I've asked 4 times for that data in the host agreement. It says that the township will get that data within 24 hours. I have requested it 4 times. I have not yet seen that data. And the EPA website, it shows that WBI is in the 90th percentile for toxic releases to the air. In the entire country, there's only 10% of places that are worse to live than here. I think I'll leave it at that and let my other friends speak.
Thank you.
City of Belleville, born and raised in Van Buren Township. I run a business here. I don't have the data and the facts and the passion that Janine, my friend, has. I first want to start off by saying thank you, Van Buren Township, for making the decision to come together with the other municipalities and at least try to fight for what's right in this particular situation. I know we're going against Goliath, and we're not trying to change the face of the landfill in general. I'm pretty surprised myself, living in our community for 44 years and not knowing what's there. The transparency is a really big thing to me, and it's become very scary to find out what has been there. And I know that none of the people that are on this stand right now are the people that made the handshakes into the city long, long ago. But what's there. I just want to say thank you for joining forces with Wayne County and Belleville and Canton and all the other communities that you spoke of earlier to at least try to fight for our community and our.
We are, and we will, but we can't talk too much about it because I'm gonna court one soon. So I might as well just write a letter to the Republic if I say.
Yeah, I've been around a long time. I was around when they first come here. I don't remember the board at the time raising any fuss over the deal. There wasn't a fuss over the deal. We just kind of accepted it, probably had cookies and coffee with them. I know some of you have taken money from landfill companies, so you can't talk about that. But we know that you've let us down. Maybe not some of you up there, but there might have been a couple here at the time. You let us down big time, and now we can't fix it. It's really broken. Things need to change, and it ain't gonna be pretty, I'm sure. It's gonna be quite a battle. I've battled developers, and they're no fun. I can't imagine fighting the mafia over a dump thing. But another thing is, I'm still waiting for them deer signs.
You're here.
Well,
I just gotta get, you gotta finish to put them up.
they're not gonna work. They're not gonna work in the back room. Also would like you cut the grass down there at Belleville and Ecorse Road every week. I don't know why you couldn't come down a service drive once a week. You cut the grass here at the township every week. Skip it here 1 week and come cut ours on Ecorse, or go somewhere else and have them cut somewhere.
Send me an email on exactly what you need.
Yeah, well, they cut the grass here at the township every Sunday.
Yeah,
Every Sunday.
we're not gonna cut Ecorse Road every week. We don't got.
No, you cut down at the intersection by Wallace. You take care of Wally real nice there. A matter of fact, you took our fence down when you done the road.
Oh, mediate. Yeah, they have more money than us.
Yeah, and you took our fence down, but you put up a fence for Wally, and now you got a fence for your cars, but you never put our fence back up. And the DDA can do that,
Yeah.
and they're the ones that had it taken down. But on this dump stuff, we've pretty much been sold out. The board sold us out, and now you guys can fix it.
Okay, is anybody else wish to speak?
I'm not making public.
Well,
Good evening, I'm Mary Stevens. I'm just here supporting friends, supporting our community. Again, I don't know when this started, what's going on. I have no clue we were accepting material. I just want to have a lot of faith in the government. And for them to go and say, they're moving all this waste that's safe from one area that's causing everyone to get sick and nobody wants it and protest there, and to go and put into another city. I can't believe the government would allow that. So I'm hoping we all band together and able to stop that and send it someplace else. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Good evening. My name's John Williams. I'm a resident of Van Buren Township. I've been here since 1998. I retired here when I got out of the Marine Corps. I'm one of those cancer survivors you read about at Camp Lejeune, from the polluted water system, from the laundry, chemicals getting in the water system there. Last week, I learned that my cancer is reoccurring. So no, I'm proud of my Marine Corps service. I'd do it again. If they stood up a division, maybe a short fat old man I'd join again. But what I'm saying is, I don't trust the government. I don't trust big money. And I don't want all that stuff they're saying about the safety things at the waste dump. I don't believe it. If you do the research, which I'm sure the people on this board did, of the cancer in Lewiston, New York, breast cancer, prostate cancer, lung cancer, lymphoma cancer. That's what's on our doorstep. And I just hope, I don't want it for my grandchildren or my children or my friends or neighbors here. I hope that the big money doesn't win out and our township stays as safe as it is. Thank you for hearing me out.
Sanjay Singh, President, HOA Robinson River Park. I think some of you know that I sent a very affectionate letter to Ted Cox. And I just wanted to reiterate some of that, because there is no road back from a human collateral damage of any kind of arrest decision. So some of the things I wanted to point out, that of the 5 alternate sites in Texas, there's one site with 48,000 residents in a 10-mile area. In Idaho, there's less than 500 residents in a 10-mile radius. In Clive, Utah, is 1 resident in a 10-mile radius. Whereas for us, we have 367,000 residents in a 10-mile radius. And the way this is going to be stored, it's going to be stored under a clay cap of 10 inches. We're right next to Willow Run, and a big jet crashed in an apartment complex at Mayor. We have tornadoes here. So anything can bust right through the clay cap, and we have very high winds, all blowing right into the populated areas. Throughout winter, throughout summer, in fact, we're more windy than you see in Chicago. Also, some of these things are leaching and they're very water soluble. So not only do we have a wind issue, we have a water issue. We've seen several fires that the disposal facilities have here that's gone unreported and still under investigation. So the concern is extraordinarily high. And just a week ago, we had 3 trucks crash on 275 and block it for the whole day. There's concrete spilled everywhere. And coming 50 trucks a week, you can have any one of those crashes on our roads. It's just going to be no good to bring this thing into a populated area like ours. So I highly recommend, and I implore you guys to do everything possible to keep this out of here. It's not like 1 truck a year of some radioactive material. It's just a whole lot of stuff coming all at once. It'll be stored as loose soil, and loose soil cannot be cleaned up once it gets in the air and move through the community. Water cannot be cleaned up. These water soluble radium, I think it's 266, gets into the water. It's something that it just can't be cleaned up. So the human collateral damage from this just cannot be undone. There's no roads back. So trying not to repeat myself, but please do everything possible to keep this audit here. It's, if it's, you know, if we have to come up with money for something, we will happily do it as residents. So I've also called on my fellow HOA presidents to send letters to the judges, again, reiterating the human cost of this in case something does go wrong. And these things have a half-life of 1,500 or 2,000 plus a year. So a final cover underneath the clay is just not going to hold it forever. Eventually, even though the probability of 0.1% per year of an accident, that means it's guaranteed to have an accident. So there are a number of reasons, not only that Michigan itself does not have as many oversights or inspections or audits as the federal government does. There are just any number of reasons that an accident is just waiting to happen that we just can't clean up. Human damage is far too much. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Senator. Is there anything else that we should speak at this time? And I'll open up to the board. Does the board wish to say anything? For adjournment. Boyton. Any other? Kelly, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed?